It's written all on my face. Cut slowly.
Hi everyone, hope everyone's well and in good spirits and having a good week. Basically, I wanted to come and make my video about being vegan. I've kind of waited a while to do this video. It's been about 9 months now, and I just wanted to kind of give a more informed video about being vegan. Obviously I'm quite new to it, and I just wanted to kind of explore, see the ins and outs of it, the pros and cons, and just kind of see what I feel about it and how I feel, and then obviously share the information with you guys. I have wrote down a few points about being vegan. There has been a lot of questions that I've been asked over the past 9 months. I went vegan December 2013. I'd literally throughout last year I had kind of cut out dairy, red meat. I'd cut out chicken, eggs, and then it kind of got to December time and I was just eating fish, and I was just like, I don't want this no more, so I gave up the fish. So that was the only animal product left that I ate, so I officially got rid of that, and that made me become vegan. First of all, I just want to say that we don't necessarily have to label ourselves. I call myself vegan because it is the way I eat, is my lifestyle. We don't have to label ourselves, because people say to me, oh, do you miss chicken? Well, if I did miss it and I wanted it, then I would go and have it, but I don't. So I enjoy how I eat now. So, you know, like I said, if I want to do something, I'm going to go and do it. I'm not going to go around and proclaim myself something that I'm not. I wouldn't give myself a label. I'd just say I eat what I like, but it doesn't really make sense when I don't eat any animal products at all. So, like I said, I've been vegan for 9 months now, and the first question I get is how are you vegan? Well, it's simple really. A lot of people say, oh, I couldn't do it, I couldn't be disciplined enough, I'd miss meat too much. Well, it's not a fact of missing it. If you've made the choice to be something, then you need to do it and stick with it, otherwise you're not going to get the full benefits of it. Also, don't force yourself something that you don't want to do. It has to be hard work for you to actually gain from it, you know, and learn something. It shouldn't be an easy thing. But if it's not something that you really want to do, then you're not going to enjoy it and you're not going to embrace it, because, you know, something can be an idea. You have to actually act upon it, put it into your daily life for it to actually become something that you do all the time, and it's something that's natural to you. So me being vegan is because I want to. I enjoy it, I like it, I really, really enjoy eating how I do, and that is why I am successful with it, because I enjoy it. Another question I get is it expensive? Well, it is a case of where vegans, you fellow vegans out there will know that you buy vegetables weekly. Vegetables only last 3-4 days, so you will have to do weekly shopping. You don't necessarily shop for a whole month, sorry, because you're not buying a lot of processed frozen foods. You wouldn't be buying, well, it depends what type of lifestyle you lead, because I am vegan and I'm healthy and I try to eat wheat-free, gluten-free. Some vegans out there simply just don't eat any animal produce, but they will still eat things like pizza, you know, vegan pizza, or they'll still eat things like lots of chips and bread, and they're not necessarily healthy. They eat things that are not good for you, that are still allowed for vegans to eat, but they won't eat healthily. So, like I said, depending on what your lifestyle is and the type of ingredients that you use, because certain things I buy, like coconut oil, I buy things like almond milk, maple syrup, flaxseed, and they all can quite amount to quite a lot. I mean, you can pay £3-4 for something, or you could pay £1, £2 for something, and it depends on how often you buy it, because a lot of my I call them speciality products. I buy them not that often, probably once a month or once every 2 months, depending on my usage. So in terms of it being expensive, yes, it can be, and no, it can't. It depends on what type of vegan you are. But have you seen how much meat is these days to buy? Like, for instance, a tray of chicken can cost you £6. I could buy all my vegetables for that, and that could get me 3 meals, maybe 4 meals. So it just depends. Food is expensive in general. Another question I get is, oh, you must have to be really creative and really organised. Well, I think anyone that wants to eat good, whether you eat meat, whether you drink milk, whether you eat cheese, whatever it is you do, I think you need to be organised anyway, because that's when you fail and you end up eating things like takeaway. So you need to be organised however you eat. But yes, you do have to plan, you do have to meal prep, because you can't just pick up something and eat it, and if it is, it's not going to be enjoyable, it's not going to be something that you want. So yes, you do benefit more if you organise and plan and meal prep and kind of have things in the fridge. Like, for instance, I will make meals and I freeze them. I will make things like granola bars, I'll make things like banana muffins. So I've got things that are there for me to snack on if I want something, and I don't have to go and buy it from the shop. So another question is, what do you eat? We've got the whole jog, do you eat twigs and seeds and grass? And no, I don't. I probably eat better than a lot of people, to be honest with you. That's not like being big-headed or anything, but in terms of what I eat in the terms of meals, you know, I've made things like chickpea and spinach curry. I've made things like a vegan moussaka, which I use sweet potato, I use courgettes, aubergines, and then I do like a lentil base. It's really nice. I make things like spicy quinoa. I make things like sweet potato and lentil soup. I make things like ratatouille. I've done a vegan mac and cheese. There's a lot.
The sour taste I have inside. Oh, I try. I swear I do try. Try and suck it up and swallow my pride. I feel I'm on the way.
A lot of things that I eat, and it's just obviously kind of coming up with the recipe or getting inspiration from places. So I do eat a lot of different foods, and I do still eat sweet things, but I make them myself, which is a lot more beneficial to me, because I know that the ingredients are going to be better, they're going to be more enjoyable, and obviously I'm able to eat them. In terms of replacements, I've just got a few replacements here next to me. One of them, a lot of people say, so what milk do you have? When I used to drink cow's milk, I was always a bit funny with it. It kind of didn't rest well on my stomach, so I kind of went to drinking semi-skimmed milk and then eventually skimmed. But the milk that I have at the moment is the almond milk, which is from Rude Health. And before this, I used to have the Alpro one, but then I switched to this one. I found it a lot more nicer and a bit more tastier. So this is what I have if I make porridge, if I use milk in a baked recipe. Anytime I need to use milk, I will use this as my replacement. And I will be making my own almond milk soon, because I feel like I will benefit from it more. So that's the milk that I have. Things like sweeteners, I have things like agave nectar. I'll have things like maple syrup, which is that one there, it's a dark maple syrup. I use things like that. So if I want to drizzle it in my porridge, if I want to put it in a recipe, a cake recipe to sweeten things. You know, end of the day, they're all still sugars. It's just, you just need to just watch how much you have of them. And then things like an egg replacement. So if I wanted to make pancakes, for instance, I would use ground flaxseed, which looks like, this is the one now again, it's called milled flaxseed. And you literally, tablespoon of this, 3 tablespoons of water, mix it up, let it stand in a bowl for 10 minutes and it'll go gloopy, like the egg consistency. And you can use that instead of egg in certain baked recipes. So those are a few replacements that I have. There are more, but I don't want this video to be like 20 minutes long. So those are some of the things that I have in my day-to-day diet. The benefits of being vegan are you feel a lot lighter, you feel a lot more energetic. you don't feel so weighed down, you don't feel heavy. I used to feel sick a lot when I used it.
There's no way I can hide. You put me